Gang, Brian back with you. It's been a couple of months, I guess, since I've done my last twin flame video. It's been even longer since I've done a walk down to the pond with you guys. So, today's the day. I was guided to do something today. Last couple of days have been pretty heavy. It's just like, I don't know, like my body wasn't making any kind of serotonin. I felt all like, woe is me and shit. So I can't be having all that. Yesterday, I went ahead and got outside in the sun and fucking took my shirt off, let the sun get down on me. Figured maybe I'm just low in vitamin D or something. Played some ball with waffles, did what I needed to do. Whenever you get low, best thing you can do is get active. Go and do something. Get your adrenaline pumping, get your blood flowing. Get outside, get some sun, hang out with your dog. Do some of the things that make you smile, even when times are shitty, And that's how it was the last couple of days. Come on, man, now you're all in the mud. That's no sir. Got my waffles with me. But, yeah, that kind of got me off track. Either way, a couple of things I want to talk about today is balancing energies, balancing your energy. Come on, man. I'm going to let you off the leash in a little bit. Let's get to the pond. So, when you have those bad days, a lot of the times what it's there for is to get you back in check. Make sure that you're balanced. Make sure that things are equaled out. And if you have nothing but good days, well, you're not going to really learn much, are you? You got to have some shitty days. That way you learn a thing or two. You're not going to be as perceptive on those great days as you are the shitty ones. So the last couple of days, I've been overly thinking. I seem to overthink all the time, but especially on those woe is me type days, right? So, a couple of things that I had been more or less getting away from the whole idea of twin flame, trying to lose the label, if you will. And there's been quite a few of you guys out there that I've been in contact with over the last few months that have also been feeling this. I personally am getting to the stage where, I don't know, it looks like people are trying to be twin flames to be cool. It's like a new fad, and people have essentially raped and pillaged it in order to commercialize it, and that's not me. I hate that shit. Not too long ago, no one's ever heard of that shit. It was hard for me to even find anybody to talk about it, with anybody that has done anything on YouTube, anybody that's made any kind of blogs. At one point in time in this journey, I couldn't find shit about twin flames. Now it seems like everybody and their uncle has got all of these fucking beliefs on what's going on right now. Now, I don't have any problems with other people having, different belief systems. All of us are going to be different out there. But it got to the stage where I kind of felt like I didn't want to be a part of this anymore. Like, there's too many people that have, in a sense, tainted the beauty of it all to me. So I didn't vocalize any of this. I left it to myself because it is negative, and I wanted to make sure that it's something that I felt good about bringing to the surface, bringing to the public. A number of people I've seen say more or less the same thing. So, I'm going to come out and say, yeah, I'm with y'all on that one. Now, it isn't something that I feel that I'm guided to just abandon altogether. But I definitely needed to step away. I needed to explore some things. You know, this year has been a great year for inner thinking and re-exploring what's going on with me personally, what I'm doing and dealing with, and the energies that are taking place. This year cosmically has been fucking amazing. It's been out of control. All the kind of things, get away from that, poops. All the kind of energies that you'd like to have. At least I'd like to have. This shit has been intense as fuck, for sure, but I like that. It's hard to sit around and be lazy and be stuck in energies if it's constantly fluctuating, if it's constantly moving around. Alright, dude, now you're fighting me. Let's go. So, yeah, this year I fucking enjoyed the hell out of it. Enjoyed all of these peaks. I mean, highest peaks of just vibration that I've ever experienced. But this year is coming to a close, and essentially this shift is taking place. The revolution that I have been asking for years now is taking place right now. It's a beautiful thing, in my opinion. You've got all of Europe is erupting right now. All of the globalists are running scared. The people, the real people of those countries, the working middle class, you know, the people that those countries are built on, these people's backs. Same thing here in America. Now, a lot of the things you've seen taking place over the past 10 years, the New World Order, you know, or even more than that, close to 20 years now, has more or less been all reversed just over the past year and a half, 2 years. And I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased at it. I don't need to get too far into it, but you guys can look at my past videos and see how much, you know, energy I put into that. I feel like this year has been a success story for me and for what I wanted in this world. And it's shifting to the point where no one can really ignore it. No one can have their head in the sand anymore. And I like it. Sorry, I'm gonna clean off that lens. It had some nasties on it. The thing that most people forget about this journey, we're called light workers, but we have a dark side. Some of you guys, I'm sure, have heard about the story of the white wolf and the black wolf, where the old Indian chief was giving a young one a lecture, and if I recall correctly, the story goes roughly like the young kid said to the chief, you know, what about good and bad, good versus evil, the wolves inside of me? And the chief says, hey, one of them's black and one of them's white, and they're in a constant battle with one another. And the young kid asks the chief, well, which one wins? And the chief replies, whichever one you feed the most. Now, there's a certain part of that story that actually extends, and that isn't the answer. It's not necessarily which one you feed the most. You say more or less none of them win. You want to feed them both. Ideally, I choose to feed my light wolf just a little bit more than the dark wolf. You want to keep a balance, but the thing is, once your dark wolf is on an equal stage with your light, it will almost always cast a shadow on that light that you're trying to portray to the world. So you always need to have that light and my experience, just a little bit stronger than the dark wolf. One reason that you want to keep your dark wolf well fed is because it's never going to die, okay? Your dark wolf, the ego, it's never going to be gone completely. You're never going to kill it off and be completely in your soul in this realm. We are in a finite body, okay? We are in the 3D. You are going to have evil tendencies. You're going to have that dark wolf, period. So the thing is, if you starve that wolf, it will start feeding on you emotionally and spiritually, and it will tear you apart from the inside. So you can keep all the light work and go out there and do everything, but still you're being ate up inside because you're not balanced. You're not feeding that dark wolf properly. One of the things that I have been asked is, well, how do you do this? Well, I kind of have every so often when I feel like, just fuck it. Fuck you, fuck all of y'all, fuck you. When I have that kind of feeling, I need to feed the dark wolf. There's days where I will not be a fucking nice guy. I will not hold the door for that lady. I will not let somebody cut me off without using their turn signal. I'll creep right up and have my bumper damn near on the one right in front of me. Tell that guy, fuck you, motherfuckers. Feed the dark wolf. Be an asshole. Be a fucking prick. It's kind of like that movie, The Purge, if you will. They're nice and happy-go-lucky for a whole year, and then one day out of the year they go apeshit crazy and go fucking just feed the dark wolf. It's very similar to what you need to do whenever you get to that point. Sometimes you're just going to be completely fucking over all of it, and it's because your dark wolf is hungry. Now, as above, so below, vice versa, right? Same thing goes on with the planet. Your planet breathes, your planet goes through the night and light side just like we do. We are representations of the larger scheme of things, if you will. So when you have all this good things happening, some bad shit's got to happen in order to create a balance. When you have all this bad shit happening, some good things have to happen in order to create a balance. That's the one thing when you're in that bad spot, when you have that day where you're like, woe is me, just keep in mind that this is not permanent. You're going to get through. The next day is going to be so much fucking better off. And it's going to be a lot easier to deal with those things if you keep your dark wolf fed. It's not going to be nearly as high and as low as if you keep that balance. And I feel this year I've done a damn good job of that. I'm actually kind of proud of how this year has turned out. I've taken some leaps forward. A lot of things that had held me back, like, the whole keeping everybody at bay because of my twin. It's like I got this time scale, right? That things are going to fall back into place at this point, this stage, this time, if you will. But thing is, time is a human experience. It's linear. And when you are looking into the Akash, you're quantum. You're taking things that are quantum and you're trying to bring it back here through to the 3D. And you're essentially trying to make something that's quantum linear. And it doesn't work that way. And I'm finding out that things that I predict, I need to not put time stamps on. That's one of the things that psychics and, you know, people do. They say this time and this, that, and the other. Well, when you say something as a prediction, say like a Nostradamus, for instance, you can say something, hey, is going to happen in this time scale, you know, roughly, and you can sound like a genius. But when you start putting like exact dates on things, a lot of the times, you know, you can't measure that kind of time and pull things back in a quantum, from a quantum state, and put one of those timelines, one of those time scales on there. One thing that we're taught is how to jump timelines. You're essentially not changing the things around you. What you're doing is you're jumping into a different dimension, a different timeline. So when you make something happen, when you put those thoughts out there, you're not necessarily changing the world. All you're doing is changing you. You're putting yourself in a different place. One of the interesting things is I'm starting to see scientific lectures and TED Talks and all of these philosophical minds coming together talking about this stuff, you know, talking about the mystical aspects of things. And Nikola Tesla said, whenever we stop looking at the physical and start studying non-physical phenomenon, we will unlock the keys to the cosmos, to the universe. And that is one of the most true statements ever been made. We try to wrap our minds around all these things, but they're not meant to have your mind wrap around them. They're meant to blow your mind. They're meant to expand your mind. They're meant to take you on a journey via the mind. So when we get lost, when we get stuck, when we feel this unbelievable pull to go over there or go do that, that's us being guided, you know? When we ignore those things, what we're doing is holding ourselves back, keeping ourselves from expanding, from growing. And you can live in this box that society creates for you, and you won't expand, you won't grow. That's essentially what they have been doing for thousands of years. And it's a system in place in order to keep your energies at a low vibration, because then they can feed on you. People, no matter who you are, if you're a non-twin, non-starseed, any of that stuff, you're just a regular old schmo, right? You are still going to have the ability to project energy, to step in a room and make somebody feel good, feel scared, feel oppressed. All of these different things you have the ability to do depending on what energies you put out there. Our words we choose, it's just another way of putting these energies out there. The vibrations, okay? Different words create different vibrations, and when you write out a word, as I've said before in the past, it's called spelling for a reason. You're casting spells out there. You're saying to the cosmos, this, okay? One thing that just came to mind, I watched one of my cohorts' videos the other day, and she was talking about, be specific about what you're looking for in, you know, your true love, your twin, right? Don't just do that for your true love and for your You know, do that for everything. Be specific about what you're looking for in life. One of the problems that I've had in the past is I don't know what the fuck I wanted, right? You know, I want this, and then I realized once I had it, I want that over there instead. Well, the cosmos is going to have a hard time delivering to you what you want if you don't know what the fuck that is. So our hardest thing, and most of us don't even grasp this, the hardest thing is just deciding what specifics you're looking for. What do you want? Who are you even? Like, who are you and what do you want from this life? And that is exactly the start of all of this. That is what the main thing I can tell you, you know, a bit of advice. Figure out what you want, who you are, what you want, what you're about, and what you're looking for from the cosmos, from the world, from your love interest. When you put those energies out there, the cosmos will conspire to make them happen. I promise you that. So when you get stuck and you're like feeling that woe is me feeling, like, why has this not happened yet? Why has that not happened yet? Because you're not allowing it to happen, dude. You haven't taken the steps to say, this is exactly what I'm after. This is what I want. I wrote down on paper a number of things that I was looking for from my significant other and from life, this life. What's my bucket list? What are some things that I have to have happen in this lifetime in order to make me feel like I won, right? Like I won the game of life. And I put all that down and I spoke it and I held it on my heart. And I did a little bit of a prayer, you know, not a typical prayer like, please God give me this, yada yada yada. No, none like that. But spoke to God on how this is what I was looking for. This is what I wanted in life to take place. Now, the thing about this year, like I said, I feel like I'm winning. I am seeing those things come to pass. And you know, you would think that, yeah, I called this shit, I made it happen, yada yada. You know, you feel all big and bad, but that wasn't the case. It was like, hooray, I did it. And I felt, I don't know, I felt humbled. I felt humbled that lo and behold, this shit works, that it happens. It's not like I feel like this powerful entity. I feel like, man, I'm not a waste of fucking space. I'm doing what I came here to do. A lot of this year has been observations for me, been not just things around me, but also myself. Looking in the mirror a lot. And I stood back away from people quite a bit this year. You know, there's very few new people that are in my life this year. There is a handful, and I appreciate them being part of my life, entering it this year. Thanks, y'all. But only a handful, you know. Not many people have been opened up to this year from Brian Aycock. I've just been watching, been learning, been seeing things unfold around me, just like I have seen. Now, the interesting thing is I'm at least a year late on a lot of the stuff that I predicted or am talking about, or have talked about in the past. And it's like, damn, it didn't happen when it's supposed to have. What the fuck? You have a lot of other co-creators out there that was, in a sense, pushing against what I was trying to make happen, what I was trying to push out there. And it boils down to, that is a necessary process in all of this. You're going to have that yin and yang. You're going to have this opposing forces. You're going to have that always. And when you realize that this is a push and a pull, it is a give and take, it is a keep the balance kind of thing, there is no all the time light side and there is no all the time dark side. You will find yourself in such more comfortable surroundings. When you realize, you know what, man, I am completely full of shit. I am a fucking prick. What can I do about those things? You start gradually feeding your dark wolf that much more and keeping these things at bay. You're putting those negative things out there periodically, and you're not holding them in to blow up on someone you love one day. That was what I did in the past. I would try to just keep all of it in as long as possible until one day some unsuspecting person walked along and triggered me, pushed the right button, and then bam, I'm fucking letting all of it out at one time. That's not the correct way of doing things. At least it's not for me. It may work for you, but it didn't work for me. I pushed people away. I found myself in a place where I didn't want to be. I pushed the people away that I cared about the most. I felt like, those people who care about me, they're going to be there forever. They're going to be there even if I'm a fucking prick, because this is me. The thing is, you can push it too far. You can be too big of a fucking prick. There are times where I get tired of fucking people permanently. It's like, alright, deuces, motherfucker. Everyone else has that threshold as well. And I understand that I'm rambling. A lot of this is just me getting some of the things that I have locked away in here for the last couple of days out. One of the things that I have done as far as counseling is not the word that I'm looking for. As far as progressing and feeling better about the things that I experience and go through and have go through my mind and want to have you, if I lock all of that away, once again, if I keep all that stuck inside, then it festers, it stays there, and days go by and things tend to even get worse, right? So what I've tend to do is I will put my stuff out there. I'll either tell somebody that, stumbles upon me when I'm in that stage. A lot of the times I'll run and hide. I will hide from people whenever I'm in that woe is me state. Because one, I don't want to push my bad, ill thoughts and feelings and energies on them, but also it's another kind of one of those ego things. I don't want to be the fucking prick anymore. I don't want to be the asshole. I don't want to be that guy. So I'll still kind of hide that stuff. The thing is, it's no good either way. No matter what, you need to, if it's you, even if it's negative, put it out there. The people that love you are going to love you for that stuff as well. And that's the thing this year I've had to grasp. My twin hasn't talked to me in years. And it's not that I don't still love her and have this big spot in my heart for her. But she doesn't respect me enough to even reply when I reach out to her. And I can't justify. I can't keep making an excuse for her, right? It's not like she's doing anything wrong by her, but I feel like, man, she's doing something wrong by me. She's not... I don't give myself enough credit. I don't respect myself enough because I'm still waiting for somebody that doesn't even want to speak to me, right? So this year has been a lot of finally just getting past that, accepting if I really do love myself as much as I say, then why am I letting this slide? Why am I sitting back and wasting my life away for somebody that doesn't even want me in her life? And it's been fucking hard to accept that, It's like I was wrong. I took the wrong path. But none of that stuff, I wasn't wrong. It's not like I took the wrong path. That chick got me to this point that I'm at today. It's because of her that I took those steps. I was backed into a corner, and the only thing that could get me backed into that corner were those feelings, were those thoughts, were those encounters, if you will, right? We can't always put a name on it, put a date on it. What we do, we put out there what we're looking for, what we're expecting, what we command to happen in our universe. Our motherfucking universe is going to be like this. That's how it is, okay? Now, because there are other co-creators out there, and the vast majority of the time, when you have something take place in your universe, it happens because of other people interacting in that same universe, right? So you need to keep in mind that all of the little fine tunes, all of the stuff that you foresee isn't going to be necessarily exactly the way that you foresee it. Make sure those little specifics that you have to have are met. But the other little things, they're gonna find themselves being just a little bit different. And you're gonna find yourself, when you experience those little differences, wow, this is done even better than what I was expecting. This is done even better than what I was trying to fine-tune everything to be. And that's the most humbling thing that I've experienced this year. All of these things are taking place that I have foreseen, that I have asked for, that I have demanded in my cosmos. But it's not all exactly the way I've said it, the way I demanded it, the way I wanted it. And I'm realizing this year that that's okay. It's even better. It's fucking awesome. There's other paths that I've been walking on here lately that are leading me to the same places that I was looking for, that I was asking for. But the thing is, the path wasn't like I said it was going to be, if you will, It's not a rocky path, but it's not this grassy, lovely path that I can walk barefoot and just prance along like a fucking leprechaun either. It's not like a la 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 walking down my path. No, I stub my toe every so often. I step on a fucking twig. There's other little things on that path that I didn't anticipate, but come to find out, man, stepping on that twig, now I look down, ooh, and I found a mushroom. I like finding mushrooms. I wouldn't have found that if I didn't step on that fucking twig. That's the thing that we forget. We line all these things up and we expect them to go our way, but when they don't go your way, you get all upset. You know, you don't give that path a chance and explore and see what happens. But I've gotten away from that blinders on, if you will, and I explore these paths and I realize, man, this path is even fucking more awesome than what I could have created. You know, what I could have made happen. And lo and behold, we are not almighty powerful beings, right? I mean, we are, but we're not the most almighty powerful being. There are others out there that are better at what we do than what we feel we are doing. Why not give those entities a chance to help us write our story, you know, to help us walk that path? Not entities, but entity. You know, let the Great Spirit guide the way. There's little things that I've been guided to here recently, and maybe another video I can say some of those things, because I've yet to see exactly what these are leading me to. But I'm walking that direction because I want to explore it. I want to understand what is taking place. These are not things exactly the way that I had foreseen them. What's going on over here? So I guess what all these ramblings boil down to is we don't always know what's best. We may put our things out there, but sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. If the wind pushes you in one direction, don't fight it. Walk that way. See what's over there. You might be led to something even better than what you knew existed. And that's some of the stuff that I'm starting to find out. Like, I am experiencing things that are even better than I thought possible. Okay, so if you get bent out of shape about something not being exactly the way that you foreseen it, or you asked for it, or wanted, or what have you, you're never going to have the perspective that you need to in order to see, man, this is fucking a better situation. You're even better off than what you could have put yourself in. But you're so stuck on, oh, it's not my way. It's not the way I wanted, so I'm going to have a tantrum and I'm not going to care if this is better or more. You know, I remember being a kid, not getting exactly my way, but everyone else around me was still having fun, right? You know, everyone around me was doing their thing and enjoying life, but because I'm so stuck on what I wanted, I was unhappy. I didn't get exactly what I wanted, so I was going to pout. I still have some of those days in my adult career, I'm not going to lie. Some things involving my twin, absolutely. The thing is, what if this twin we put out there, that this person is that one? What if because we don't get our way, we pout all of these years, and we ignore our true love, the one person that we supposed to find? We don't even give her a chance because we're still stuck on this what we want, right? All the while, the cosmos is fucking throwing these, you know, curves in the road, these constant signs, even smacking the backs of the head. Hey, motherfucker, look over here. But we're like, I don't want to look over there. I want to look here. I'm supposed to have my way. I did my task. I want to look over here. It doesn't work that way, you guys. So just be observant of what is happening around you today. Okay? Take a step back. Stop being a selfish fucking prick. things aren't always going to turn out exactly the way you foreseen them, the way you had planned them, the way you even put out there, because you are putting out mixed signals. I promise you, nobody is like definitive on what the fuck they're wanting in this life. Everybody is still, okay, now that I have this, is it really what I want? Now that I have this, is it really what I'm looking for? And the cosmos may understand, may know what you're really looking for, what you're really asking for, but if you're putting out mixed signals, then imagine what's going to happen. A big clusterfuck. A big confusion fest. You're going to be all fucking... You're going to be fucking jumble-fucked. Because that's what you're putting out there. Hopefully a little bit of this made some sense to somebody. Like I said, am coming off a low spot the last couple of days. Today I have some piss and vinegar left, but I'm still feeling just like not bouncing off the walls. And I thought that was a great time to make a video. It was pushed there today, so maybe I could have been more energetic. But usually I'm a little too energetic on these things, I think. I think maybe every so often I need to have that more balanced perspective. And hopefully I brought that into your life a little bit today. Appreciate you guys watching. I love you. Take care. Merry fucking Christmas.